Volodymyr Zelensky has denounced the Russian army after a video emerged online which appeared to show a Ukrainian soldier being beheaded. The footage was posted on a pro-Russian social media site. President Zelensky said this was something that no one in the world could ignore. Let's speak to Adam Robinson, who is a Russia expert from BBC Monitoring. Thanks for being with us, and I'm sorry you've had to watch this, first of all. What does it show?
Well, it shows a man in camouflage uniform basically being beheaded with a knife by another man in camouflage uniform. And as you said, it is truly a gruesome video. This clearly wasn't staged. Definitely somebody was being beheaded. Yeah, there's no doubt about the genuineness of that aspect of the video.
Right, but that's the point, because when I read about this on Twitter this morning, that was my first instinct, is you don't know how old the videos are. They're very difficult to verify because there's lots of them floating around on Telegram and on social media apps. What evidence did you find in this video that would help you verify when it happened and where it happened?
So there's certain things we couldn't find out. So it's in a woodland, and there are too few clues to kind of definitively find the location. The identities of the people are obscured. You can't identify them. At the exact time, we couldn't find either, although it's clearly quite old. The sort of green leaves in the background suggest that this was last summer. There were sort of a few clues that kind of added up and convinced us that this was definitely Russian soldiers carrying out the beheading, and that the victim was Ukrainian. Various kind of little indications. One of the things was that kind of the perpetrators were speaking quite naturally in Russian. There was a lot of kind of swearing. It felt unrehearsed. And then sort of looking closely at the video, we saw things like the armbands that both the victim and the perpetrators were wearing. The armband on the victim, it tallies with that, what we've seen on Russian soldiers. The armband on the perpetrators, no, actually it's a band around the leg. We've seen that on Russian soldiers. We also noticed a kind of little passport-like document that can be seen in certain images on the video, certain sections of the video, and that reminded us kind of like, could it be like a military ID paper of the victim? And we Googled what a Ukrainian military ID looks like, and it's quite a very close match. So there are lots of little clues like that we kind of think make it very unlikely that this could have been staged. This could possibly be Ukrainians doing it to a Russian. We think that's very unlikely.
And there are voices, I understand, on the tape, Russian voices. Can you tell what they're saying? Is there someone there who's been able to interpret what is being said?
Yeah, we've sort of built a rough picture. There's some things that are inaudible, but generally it appears to be kind of them egging on the perpetrator, kind of amid a lot of swearing, to tell him to carry on, giving advice, very sort of disturbing stuff. In the background, we can also hear people apparently looking at things like guns they found. There's comments like, these are fully loaded. They didn't put up a fight, kind of thing. We also find somebody commenting that apparently a body off camera was died holding a grenade.
We did our own investigation last week into the shooting of this unknown soldier, the soldier who was unarmed, that went viral on social media, and that is on the BBC YouTube side if you want to watch it. But it just shows, Adam, that out there on these social media apps and on Telegram, there are a lot of war crimes, and there is a lot of footage that would be useful to prosecutors if it can be stored and if it can be put in the right sort of places.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that this all adds up. I think in this one, it would be quite hard to kind of verify just based on the footage. So I think the key thing would be to investigate the perpetrators. But I think probably in this case, this will be presumably after the hot phase of the conflict is over, finding the perpetrators of this, if they're still alive. This is very old footage.
Well, that is very much the point, isn't it?
We don't know what happened with the person who took it.
Adam Robinson, thank you very much indeed. We'll keep across any further reaction that there is from Ukraine about that very grisly video that has appeared on social media in the last 24 hours.